We're rolling.
Hi, everybody. Here we are again. Honest Bullshit Channel. Dylan Sky's here.
Yes, I am. Good
Hi,
morning.
Dylan. Here we are again.
What's up?
I don't know what's up. I do know what's up. I sort of know what's up. Sometimes I know what's up. I never know what's up. Okay, everybody. I have no apologies to make today. Is that amazing? Another day without apologies.
That's a shocker, yeah.
I was ringing my mind. What do I have to apologize for? How can I do my opening apology segment when I have nothing to apologize for? Oh, I know what I can apologize for. I just realized. I can apologize for being misunderstood.
Okay.
I was misunderstood about when I was talking about how I always think when people say they like my music that I think they're lying, or how could they possibly like it? I was just trying to give people that are interested an insight into how my brain works and how I relate to all that stuff. I wasn't trying to pass judgment, or I wasn't trying to discount someone's enthusiasm for classic rock or whatever they're enthusiastic about. I was just trying to explain, who I am. That was the idea of this channel. I said, well, why bother having a channel if you're going to put down the old stuff? And no, that's not it at all. I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying it's not my normal diet. I don't get up and listen to classic rock and to think about how good it was. It's just not who I am. And I'm not passing judgment on people that live it that way. Everybody can listen to what they want. That's how I feel. But I'm very clear knowing that that's not what I do, It's just not where my interest lies. So same with, like yesterday, I played yesterday for the whole segment, and I'm going to sneeze. Oh no, what a time to sneeze. Anyway, I played for the whole segment. Wait, I'm going to sneeze.
Uh-oh.
I must have some psychic things coming out of my nose. It's blow your nose, I'll read your snot.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm being interrupted by the universe.
He's getting a reading.
I'm getting a reading here. I'm getting close. I'm getting my radio voice on here. Let me get this microphone a little closer. No, I better not touch it. I'm too touchy-feely. So, yeah. I understand. I'm not stupid. I don't think. And when I said, every time somebody tells me that, even to this day, when somebody tells me that, I say, how can they be saying that, But I understand they're being nice, and I also understand that some of the people actually like it, So that's okay. But, yeah. Maybe you like it better than you would like me, actually, if you got to know me. Because I'm sort of sarcastic, and that's just who I am. I say shit. But that's another thing about this channel. I decided I wasn't going to talk any weird shit, So I'll just talk weird shit about myself.
Okay.
So when you say, well, why are you talking about that shit? I say, what else am I going to talk about? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to talk about the current events or all the human suffering we're surrounded by. I'm just not going to do that. That was the whole idea of the channel, was to be positive for this year, because I know there's going to be a lot of negativity this year. And so we're just trying to be positive, and just cruise along and tell you who I am and tell you how I feel and tell you. So I find that interesting, that because I wonder, why do I feel that way? Why do I always assume that people are lying to me when they tell me that? Or I guess it's because I didn't like my music that much. If I was really have thought a lot about this, because I'm always dealing with this issue, and I guess I knew I played a certain way, and that's who I was, and I played sort of like how I felt, sort of, and yeah, I was listening to other stuff. I didn't get up every day and listen to my shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I need to apologize for that or what, but I'm not trying to put anybody down if you get up and listen to stuff. Oh, and then someone mentioned Rick Beato. How do you say his name? Beato?
Beato.
Yeah. Beato?
Yeah.
Like, I've seen his show. He seems like a nice guy, and he loves music. You can tell he loves music, and he chooses to approach it like that. What he does is really hard work. I've watched enough of his episodes to know the guy's working hard. He's working hard. I'm just a lazy fuck. So in my world, that's like way too hard, I don't mind cruising in and running my mouth for a few minutes, but I'm not going to, he's really building a fucking body of work, whatever you call it, when you just amass a huge volume of information about musical history.
Yeah.
Now, somebody has to do that, but everybody doesn't have to do that, right?
That's right. Yeah. Good point.
Like, just somebody has to do that. People, like, if you like doing that, you should do that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just want to fuck around, you know? Oh, today, Joey Diaz, I was watching Joey Diaz on Joe Rogan's show. That doesn't make me part of anybody's tribe, so calm down out there. But I like Joey Diaz. I've always liked Joey Diaz. He's just so funny, man.
He's great.
He's so straight-faced, down, funny for days, man. Joey, my brother Joey, if I knew you, man, that would be my pleasure. You can come here anytime and be on our podcast, or you can remote, whatever you want to do, man. We'll get high as a motherfucker. Yeah. I'll show you how we get high down here at Venice Beach.
He's pretty hilarious. He's a great storyteller.
He's great, man. He's great. Anyway, it made my morning, and Dylan arrived. I go, Dylan, you got to see this. Watch, here's Joey Diaz, you know. And there was Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan was sucking out a big big cigar, and he looked really shit-faced, like he ain't been sleeping enough or some shit, man.
Yeah, it makes us look like teetotalers in
comparison. Yeah, we're like little health nuts compared to those guys, man. Those guys are down, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was good seeing Joey Diaz. I haven't seen him in a while, you know.
Yeah.
I used to like when he was in L.A. I know you're happier now, Joey, but I miss you, man. I miss you being here in L.A. because for some reason I just related to you like, Joey's right over there, man, you know. And anyway, plus you were a little wilder sometimes. You remember. I remember. We all remember. Anyway, Joey Diaz. Oh, here's another thing. This morning I was you know how the things come up on your screen? So this thing comes on the screen. It's that Irish guy, that comedian. What's his name?
Bill Burr.
Jimmy Dore.
Jimmy
Dore, man. Jimmy Dore. They're making fun of this other guy that got fired, and he's got his own podcast now. And they're making fun of him because he has, Dylan, check this out. They're making fun of him because he has only 57,000 subscribers, and they're just sitting there laughing. I'm thinking, 50, they're making fun of him. He has 57,000, and I have
104 now.
I have 104 now.
Yep.
There we go. We're keeping track of it, man. Look out, everybody. Here we come. 104.
Yep.
They'd be laughing so hard they couldn't even do their show if they started talking about us.
Right.
They go, hey, I'd love to have 57,000
that'd be
votes
great.
or whatever you get, subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did that guy get 57,000? I can say something really funny, but I won't. See, that's what it's all about. We self-censor. We're also afraid. I'm afraid. I admit it, man. I don't want to get booted off anything. I just want to say shit and do shit and have fun. Okay. You know, I got sidetracked. Let me back up here. Jimmy Dore, Joey Diaz, Joe Rogan. What was before that? Oh, I remember. We're talking about my aversion to people saying stuff.
Right.
You know, I even said during that segment, I even said clearly that was how I felt, and that I realized maybe the people like it. You know, somebody says, well, what if they liked it? And I go, yeah, what if everybody liked it? You know, like, what if everybody wasn't lying? What if it was just my fucked up take on it? And that was the whole idea of telling that feeling was so, you can see how it's possible to do that, I hope, because, you know, it's some kind of psychotic mental thing with me, you know, like, I know it has nothing to do with everybody who's coming up and being nice. Of course not. But that's how I feel. I can't help it, man. The second somebody says that, I click it, I have to tell myself, okay, you're all right. They're not trying to be funny. They're just being nice. You know, because I think instantly, why would they lie to me? What the fuck? You know, but that's just my...
it doesn't reflect reality. It's just kind of something.
Sort of does. That's what's so weird about it.
I think most of the people are being sincere. I think.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm smart enough to know that as well, but there's some fucking twisted screw in my brain that's like turned the wrong way or turned too tight or something. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not picking my nose anymore. I'm not eating boogers anymore.
That's good. Yeah.
So I'm getting better at this podcasting shit.
It's a good
I don't
improvement.
really eat boogers, but it really looked like I would go like this, talking, pulling on my nostril. Right now it looks like I'm picking a booger, but I'm just pulling on my nostril. And then I would like rub my lip like this, and then somebody, oh, you're eating boogers on your channel. That's like the high spot of month one. That's what when we do the highlights of month one, we'll show all the booger eating. There's Lee eating a booger. He eats a booger in each episode. How come I haven't gone viral yet? Do you know anybody that eats a booger with each episode? That could be my new thing.
That's gross.
Booger eating with Lee every Thursday. Anyway. Yeah. I think this is funny. Got me going, man. So now you see, we read the comments.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. And Rec Beato, he's cool, man. He does some cool shit. Yeah. Why do people go on other people's podcasts? They go on them because it helps their podcasts, right? Or their visibility or something. So I notice all these people go on each other's podcasts, and they take little clips from other people's podcasts and put on their podcasts. But I think, I don't know about that. I mean, about taking clips from other people's podcasts and sticking them on your podcast.
Yeah.
I guess if
kinda
you're
weird.
trying to illustrate a point, that would be all right.
Right.
But as a diet of plagiarism,
Yeah, like how often do you do that?
I have plagiaristic soup today. Yeah. So, I don't know. There's so many great subjects. Cultural appropriation. That's a good one. It's not political, right? Or maybe everything's political.
It could be. It could end up being.
Is there anything we can talk about that's not political? Yes. This is the position. I know it well. Okay, officer. What the fuck is this all about? Go, officer, please. Can I put my hands down?
The new iPad is working out really nicely. We got.
Yes. I didn't know if the battery would even charge that iPad. I don't know how old it is. It's really an old one. And we couldn't even find it. I was looking for days for it. And then I found it. We charged it up, and it's working.
Yeah, this thing's great. Makes it really easy.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Next thing you know, we'll figure something else out.
Yeah, and you mentioned we'll get a stand for this thing so we can put it up and it'll be on like a better
that'll
stand.
be cool.
Yeah, I think that's great. We're advancing up in here.
Yeah, we're advanced technically. Mentally, I was going to use the word, but you're not allowed to say retarded. So can you say you're retarded if you're talking about yourself? No, because that's still
Right.
That's still a weird thing, right?
Yeah.
Man, we need a book of naysays, no-says. The no-say book. I love it. I liked playing yesterday. That was fun.
Good. Yeah, that was really good.
What else? I told you we were going to have a jam-packed show today. Very interesting, momentous. But once again, I lied. Today, we're having a serious show. We're talking about mental health issues as it relates to music. Some of the greatest musicians are nuts, right?
Yeah.
I mean, some of the people that have done really, I've known some people that were pure magic, and they were like, at another level.
Yeah.
You know who was pure magic? Okay, nostalgia buffs, I'm going to tell you some shit.
Okay.
This is what you want to hear about.
All right.
There was a guy who was a drummer in the original Jefferson Airplane, or one of the incarnations. His name was Skip Spence.
Okay.
He went on to become the guitar player, sort of front man of Moby Grape. Let me say this right here. Skip was magic. He was fucking magic. He was just magic, man. I have lots of Skippy stories, but he was magic. He could just strum a guitar, and something about just the way he hit it, it would sound magical. And it was so weird, it didn't make any sense because he had no virtuosity at all. Same with his drumming.
Oh, wow.
He was not a real drummer, but he just had this intuitive, natural thing. So like whatever he did, it was just came out musical and magical. I was so blown away by his gift, you know. And it never manifested to where everybody got to see it, you know, like the public, or because those albums, it didn't quite capture the magic that he had, but he was so crazy and nuts. But yeah, he was pure fucking magic. Anyway, that's my Skip Spence story of Moby Grape.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
I got a bunch of great
Nice.
Moby Grape stories. We all sort of started out there together. Yeah, but Skippy was magic. You know, when you see somebody like that, it really made me scratch my head, because at that time I was a little R&B kid and I was trying hard to play good every second. I'm still trying, by the way. It's I still beat myself up when I don't play like I feel like I should. But anyway, so I was trying really hard, and here's Skippy, and he don't try shit. He just grabs it and makes magic, you know.
Wow.
And it really spun me out, because I was sort of like a horse with blinders. All I could see was better licks, play better licks. You know, I was like in that mode, because I thought that was my thing. And so Skippy really blew me away. I go, wow, how can this guy just hit this thing and it sounds so amazing, and you don't even know what he's doing. He's just going, and it just sounds fucking great. And it really opened me up a lot, seeing his gift, because I realized he was uninhibited with his gift to a certain extent. You know, he just let that energy out no matter what he did, whether he was playing drums or whatever. It just came out of him.
Wow.
There's still people like that around, you know, but my point being that it's so miraculous when you run into somebody like that, you know.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
I knew a guy that had perfect pitch.
Okay.
And he thought it was a curse.
Really?
Yeah. He said the whole world was out of tune. Every record he heard, every time he played with anybody, everybody's out of tune. Because they hear so perfectly.
Right.
Everything's out of tune. He says, well, you know, even like if you listen to a record, it's all out of tune to him. And so I think, fuck, man, is that a weird thing?
Yeah,
I never thought about perfect pitch as a curse, you know.
Right.
But he really explained it. He says, it changed his whole outlook.
Yeah, that is wild.
And his ability to enjoy shit.
A blessing and a curse. Yeah.
Now, I'm sure there's some people with perfect pitch that don't feel that way. Have you ever met anyone with perfect pitch?
I don't believe so, but I've heard stories of other people. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. Pretty fascinating.
Anyway, there I am. Is that what you want? Talk about the old days? Yeah. I like telling those stories. I don't mind telling stories when they just pop out, you know, but to make a diet out of it, or to try to define myself by the stories. That's what I was trying to say at the beginning of the segment, to try to define your stuff. Like, I don't want to be that guy that comes on and talks about stories. That guy, what's his name?
Beato?
Beato. He does that. I could never do anything as good as that, you know what I mean? Like, he does that shit good, you know. He's enthusiastic about it. He loves what he's doing. You know what I mean? I could never do that, you know.
You have the first-hand experience that he doesn't have. That's what you.
Well, he's had a first-hand experience too, because he was in a successful band, right? I think.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know your background, Mr. Beato, but I can see your love for music and your enthusiasm. So, yeah. So what was I trying to say about this whole thing? Yeah. Everybody has their own way of approaching the universe. I try to have fun. See, today I got off to a good start. Joey Diaz made me laugh. Joe Rogan was so shit-faced he was sucking on a big cigar. They looked tired, man. He looked especially tired. I say, Joe, man, you got fucking bags under your eyes. Dude, he's living the life. He must be going out every night down there in Austin. He has that club that's so successful, and he's the man.
Wow, yeah.
Man, how does the pressure feel being the man, Joe? That's what you should talk about one day on one of your segments. Talk about what is it like to be the man, you know? Like to be the man, you know what I mean? You've earned it, man, but it'd be nice to hear what it's like, you know? What's it like, you know? Yeah, because he's got everybody in the world coming at him, wanting to help him, making offers to him, but wanting to be. Everybody's coming at him because he's the biggest podcaster in the world. What's it like being that guy? Not what's it like getting all that agreement from everyone, but what's it like knowing that everybody wants something? or that a lot of people do. Anyway, I guess everybody finds their own way of insulating against that kind of shit. But anyway, I'm intrigued by that. I find this whole podcasting thing is sort of like rock and roll in a way, because you can just get in your garage with a camera or your bedroom or wherever and just go for it. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Just like rock and roll, you can go to your garage and start a band. You come out of your garage. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's sort of very similar to that. And there's nobody stopping you. It's just like rock and roll. Same thing. Nobody's stopping you. Just, I'll go buy a guitar and start. I'll go buy a camera and start a podcast. It's exactly the same.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, obviously I love music, so I think music is cooler, but it's exactly the same. It's like, anybody can play, just like anybody can start a band.
Right.
And anybody's liable to become successful, just like anybody might in a band too. It's like some kind of cosmic roulette of some sort,
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, that's why I like the podcast world. Plus, I like all the stuff people say. And the other thing I see is everybody repeats themselves. So that's good for me because I don't have a lot to say. So I don't have to feel guilty about saying it twice or 3 times or maybe 1,000 times. I see these guys, they've had a 1,200 this podcast number 1,200. I go, 1,200? Wow. 1,200. What do you have to say 1,200 times? You're repeating yourself.
Yeah, you're bound to repeat yourself.
Yeah,
for sure.
You're going to eat a few boogers along the way, even if you try hard to keep your hands to yourself. Look at my thumb. It wants to booger big. No, I'm joking. That's such a gross thing. But actually, it was Dylan who pointed out to me that it looked like I was eating boogers.
Right. Yeah.
And I was mortified when he told me this. What? Back the tape up. And I looked at it and went, oh, fuck.
Yeah, you would stick the finger like in your nostril and the same finger would go right in your mouth.
I thought that was horrible because I wasn't eating no boogers. Yeah, I was just like fucking doing this and doing this and doing this and then fuck. Anyway, it's the worst. No wonder we only have 104 subscribers. This fucking guy, all he does is eat boogers and run his mouth. Ah! Anyway, here we are, man. I told you I'd have plenty to say, Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we are. How long have we been doing this?
Oh, we're approaching 23 minutes.
Oh, this is enough torture for you guys. Anyway, whoever you were out there that tried to give me a lesson in how to think, well, I hope you correct your thinking. What? Fuck you. Correct my thinking. I know exactly what I'm thinking. I'm thinking... What am I thinking? Well, I sort of know exactly what I'm thinking.
We do want to reiterate that we appreciate the feedback from the viewers who are passionately getting involved in the process.
Well, Dylan's more diplomatic than me. I don't appreciate it when somebody thinks they're educating me about how I should think. I know how I should think. I should think exactly how I think. You should think exactly how you think. And I love reading your comments. I hope you don't mind me trying to clarify what I said. It's like I said, it's like walking on your lips through sticker patches. No matter what you say, somebody's going to want you to think a different way. So, I love music. I love music now. I don't like talking about my old shit because it's just old shit. I really am very happy about this whole thing, and I like the podcast. And you say, well, why am I doing the podcast? I think that was somebody asked that. What are you doing if you don't like it? Well, how could you think I don't like music or that I don't like the podcast? If I didn't like it, I wouldn't do it. So that's so silly, to assume anything. Just watch it and enjoy it, I hope. Because that's why I'm doing it. I hope you enjoy it. But... yeah, I'll stop. I just want to be so sarcastic. I love being sarcastic. Yeah, when somebody pushes a little button, I go, okay, here we go. But I think, wait a minute, this show is not that. This show is not that. That's the kind of shit we do out here on the street, man. People say shit, you say shit back. You say, okay, right. Anyway, here we are. Welcome to Venice. Welcome to my universe here. Welcome, Dylan, again. We're always here every day doing this. This is good. We love our set. I wouldn't even have this great set if it wasn't for Dylan. He designed this thing. I know I say that every day, but
well, thanks,
I live here in this building, so I see this set all the time, and I just sit and look at it, and I go, fuck, that's the coolest thing. Even if there wasn't a podcast, I might just sit here because
Yeah.
it's so nice to sit here.
It came
I
out
feel like
great.
we're in the forest. Plus, I saw Bigfoot right over there. Anyway, we're going to have these little things where I point up and I go, if you want to see the complete episode, do that. Look at my fingers. See why my fingers fit in these little skinny keys?
Wow.
Yeah, now you know my secret. I got skinny little fingers. Bye, everybody. See you Monday, Dylan.
Yep. See you later, Lee.
I'm going, see you guys. See you, the Mesa Boogie guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be out there. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have fun tomorrow. Yeah. I'm bringing my keyboard. We're going to have fun. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, Dylan. Sorry.
See you,
Once again, I just filibustered the whole time.
That's all
I
right.
think Dylan's going to have stuff to talk about on Monday. So,
Yeah.
yeah, let me off the
Absolutely.
hook. Okay, everybody. See you all on Monday. 3, 2, 1. Poof.